Three, two, action.
You know what I wanted to talk about today was too long for me to be typing on Facebook, so I decided to do a video. And I'm really doing this video for the purpose of all my youngsters out here because it's a lot of things going on that kind of defy logic at this time. And I know a lot of people my age are misdirecting y'all or not telling y'all the truth or they still perpetuating the same nonsense that was taught to us. So I want to start off by saying stop believing everything you see in the media. It was a lot of stuff going on up in Minnesota with the riots, and the reality is that it was the police that was setting everything on fire up there. It was the police that was instigating a lot of the violence. You know, a lot of people were happy when they saw the police station set on fire. But if you really stop to think about it, when the police station was set on fire, there was no weaponry in the police station. There was no computers. There was no files. There was no people. There was no prisoners. There was no police. There was nobody in the police station. So all of that was planned. So I went downtown yesterday to the protest because I wanted to see firsthand exactly what was going on. And one of the things that I did notice, it was people at the free stamp that started stashing bricks to take with them down to the Justice Center. And I'm like, it was the same thing as in Minnesota where everything that's going on right now is planned. And another thing I want to say is the same person who funds Black Lives Matter is the same person that's funding the opposition to Black Lives Matter. So what's going on right now is it's almost like an experiment in classical conditioning where we are the subjects of this experiment. So we must outsmart the people who are experimenting on us. So let me say that nobody in the history of people on the planet would like to fuck the police up more than me. Nobody. So one thing I want to tell my youngsters is I would never ever give y'all instructions as far as going out in the street unprepared and doing battle against the police. If it was an opportunity for me to tell the police, line up your best, and I line up my best and we get it in, I would be right there on the front line. I would be in front of y'all on that. You know, anybody my age who tells y'all something other than that, they lying to y'all and they are regurgitating the same nonsense that was taught to us. That's that slave mentality. You know, you cannot be free believing the stuff that was taught to us to keep us enslaved. We got to break that cycle. So one of the things that the government and law enforcement has gone through is they have different hate groups that have infiltrated them. So you got a lot of the KKK boys in the police departments and stuff now. So we can cry about it, we can bitch about it all day long, but that is not what's going to save us. What we must do, we must infiltrate those same agencies and counteract them. So, for example, if we see the police choking out another person of color, instead of standing there filming it and watching them, it may be a situation where somebody had to walk past and blame the police. But what we have to do after that is, if any of us are sitting on jury duty, under no circumstances do we convict that person. That is how we infiltrate the system and knock stuff back in our favor. We can march, we can sing old Negro spirituals, you can do all of that, but that has not ever gotten any results. We have to plan, plot, and strategize. So what I'm saying is, if every time the police abused and roughed up one of us, and somebody walked past and sent his ass on to wherever it is that we go when we leave this realm, and then when that person is on jury duty, if we collectively made sure somebody black was on that jury and voted not guilty at all costs, that would change a lot. It would change so much. So what I'm saying is we have to be smart, like I say, plan, plot, and strategize in everything that we do. Stop believing what the media is showing us. The media is showing us nonsense. The media is playing us like we cannot think for ourselves. The media is controlling our thoughts. We must collectively get together and stay together. I don't care who you got beef with in the street. Now is the time to end all the beefs and collectively achieve our freedom. You know, no law was ever meant to include us. If you just look at the dates, the Constitution was formed in 1776. In 1776, that was the height of slavery in this country. When a lot of the laws were enacted in the 1800s, most people of color in the South were not free. It was free people out west and a few up north, but no law was meant to include us in the first place. So we cannot rely on nobody else to protect us but ourselves. We must, like I said, we must infiltrate the system the same way they infiltrated the system. And I'm gonna say this before I get out of here. I do and say the things I do because I believe that we must teach our youth better than we were taught. If you just accept what you were taught and just live like that, all you do is perpetuate the system of slavery and the system of oppression. I want my people to be free. You know, when I look at my son, I don't want my son to grow up in this madness. I don't care what I got to do out here. I don't care if I had to go get 1,000 youngsters and teach them everything I know about warfare, anything I got to teach them. I'm gonna do what must be done for us to be free. And I'm like, if you a grown man and you my age and you feel differently than what I feel, then stop lying to these youngsters because you never put no work in. You know, it's a lot of dudes my age, they out here lying to the youngsters, telling them about, oh yeah, I did this, I did that, and they ain't never busted a grape. If you cannot teach these youngsters something to accurately use to achieve freedom, then shut the fuck up. Quit talking to them. This is bullshit. But like I said, I just wanted to come and get this off my chest today. And I just want everybody to be careful. I want everybody to think. I want everybody to stop believing what the media is showing us, because everything in the media is choreographed. And we are the experiments of this social experiment. So that's all I got to say for today. I'll see you guys soon.